Hello everyone. So in the previous video, we just created this particular ThingspeakCloud account and we just demonstrated how you can pass the data using the web browser to this particular fields right over here in this channel of ThingspeakCloud that we created. And now in this video, we are just going to develop a Python script for passing the same thing or for doing the same thing for passing the data onto the channels available in this particular ThingspeakCloud IoT platform. So I'm just going to pass a particular data to this particular channel right over here in ThingspeakCloudServer using the Raspberrypi Pico by developing the relevant Python script in Tony IDE right over here. So this is the previous program that we wrote. I hope you remember this. This is the program which we wrote for connecting the Raspberrypi Pico to a Wi-Fi router. And in addition to this particular thing, I am just going to import one more module for the use case of this particular program, that is requests. And now below this connect Wi-Fi function, I'm just going to write down another function, send data to ThingspeakCloud field, and I'm going to receive data as a parameter right over here. And inside this function, I'm just going to use the uRequisites module for accessing the get function. So this particular get function is useful for passing or calling a URL in get format. So we just discussed what is get or post method in web services methodology, and we just demonstrated the get URL request by using this particular field right over here in the previous video using the web browser itself. And now we are just going to do the same thing, except that we are just going to do the same thing with the help of Raspberrypi Pico MicroPython script. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it right over here. Before pasting, I'm just going to add double quotes. I don't want this yes, and here I'm just going to put the double quotes right over here, and instead of this value, I'm just going to add str of data. This data is nothing but the variable passed as a parameter to this particular function. And inside the main function, I'm just going to declare a variable called var, initialized with 0, and I'm just going to write infinite loop, that is while of true as usual. And inside the while of true, I'm just going to call the same function by passing var variable, and after that I'm just going to increment the var variable by 10, and here I'm just going to give a delay, this is sleep of 16 seconds. So what happens here is, first time when it comes inside, it will pass 0 and the var variable will be made 10 and it will wait for 16 seconds. Again the 10 will be passed and it will become 20, wait for 16 seconds, and this process continues. So continuously I'm just going to demonstrate how you can push the data to the ThingspeakCloudServer using MicroPython scripts in Tony IDE. So I'm just going to run this program. So I'm just going to trying to place this. Now I'm running this. You can see the first data has been received, which is 0. Let's wait for the next data, because you can see very well the Raspberrypi Pico is connected to the Wi-Fi network available in my home for accessing the internet, and the second data is received. You can see it is 10. Let's wait for this third data and we will wind up this video. So here is the third data. So we successfully passed data to the ThingspeakCloudServer cloud server using the get request method from Tony IDE using the relevant MicroPython scripts and also using the Raspberrypi PicoW. I hope you learned the basic terminology of sending get requests to any web server or cloud server using Raspberrypi PicoW in this particular video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.